So this video is to explain to you what is expected on Wednesday for the irony worksheet. So on your own at home, you're going to be looking at this little infographic that I made on our whiteboard at school. So on your day at campus, you will see this. But what I'd like you to do is go through this and just read it. What do you already know about irony and what is there still to learn? Then when you click on your types of irony worksheet, it'll pull up and it'll give you directions and steps. So the first step, or the first big table here, is for you to take notes on each type of irony and then try to provide an example that you have seen in TV, a movie, or a book you've read, or a situation you've been in, anything else you can think of. But for each type, so let's say dramatic irony, you're going to click this YouTube link and watch this video. Summarize what is dramatic irony in your own words, and then find an example. So you'll do that for all three. You'll watch the video links, summarize, and give your example. That's going to help you process what it means, and putting your example to it will help solidify the idea. Once you get comfortable with the three types of irony, you're going to scroll down for step 2. And what you're going to do in this table is read the examples from our short story, Lamb to the Slaughter, and determine the type of irony that's being used and explain. So if you have yet to read or listen to Lamb to the Slaughter, you'll need to go back to step 2 on Tuesday and get familiar with the story. In this section, what I'd like you to do is read this. So let's do number 1. Because Mary is happily waiting for her husband, we expect them to get along very well when he arrives. However, they don't. So you would type in what type of irony you believe this to be. Is it dramatic? Is it situational? Or is it verbal? So for number 1, I would write that it's situational. So after I determine that I think this first box is situational irony, I will type that here. You can take the highlight off. But I think it's situational irony. And why do I think it's situational? Well, Mary is, I would say, anxiously awaiting her husband to come home. So we would expect him to enter excited as well, right? We see the love for Mr. Maloney that Mary has while she waits, but when he gets home, he's not excited to see her. And that's situational irony because as readers, we expect her love to be reciprocated. So that's how you'll fill them in. The explanation doesn't need to be long, but you'll do that for all of these from our story just to check that we understand what irony is. And at the very bottom, if you have any questions, you may ask them here, and I will do my best to get back to you in a timely manner, or I will use your questions to review next week when we see each other. But that's your assignment for Wednesday on irony.